The roller coaster that is the English Premier League took us in a few more ups and downs, left and rights, twists and turns this weekend. Again, Arsenal come back to show that they are serious contenders. I, myself, didn't underestimate Arsenal. I thought that Leicester had enough in the tank to go on and get 9 points from those 3 difficult games. But with a man sent off and a great header in the last minute from Danny Welbeck, Arsenal fans wheeled away in jubilation as they won that game to close the gap on Leicester to 2 points. But they are not alone. Tottenham Hotspur also overcoming Manchester City to narrow that gap to 2 points as well, showcasing that they are serious contenders themselves, and I will touch on that as we go through. But let's first talk about Arsenal and Leicester. So to shoot one rattlesnake to start with, bang, bang. Not a dive from Jamie Vardy. Clear contact, yes, his leg's trailing, and he goes into the box. He's moving at that speed. Monreal put his body in an awkward position. Penalty kick, no complaints from me there. Jamie Vardy was not diving. He did look for the penalty kick in terms of how he positioned his body when he fell. Still a foul, still a stupid decision from Monreal for me. No complaints there. As for the sending off, Simpson, first tackle was not a booking. The second one is just sheer stupidity, and that transcended through Leicester towards the end because they played very well. They definitely deserved the point, I felt. But after Simpson gets sent off, they bring on Johnny No Name. I apologise to you, but maybe you deserve it, because why are you rushing out to make that tackle at the edge of the box in the last kick of the ball? That is a game-defining moment. You're comfortable at the back, as I said before. Leicester comfortable in the chaos, weathering the storm. He storms out and just you watch him. His elbow makes contact, his studs make contact, and then his full body, giving away a clear foul. And before you know it, Arsenal grab a last-minute winner. What was your thoughts on the game?
Well, my thoughts are still wrapped around shooting rattlesnakes. I have no idea what that is or what that means.
Just it's shooting some of the clearing
the guff, the BS,
the bullshit.
Yeah, I definitely wasn't a dive. I was. First of all, anytime a penalty is awarded, the internet reacts in the way that it seems like it's 50-50. Oh, it's definitely a dive. No. What a dive is you go watch the World Cup and you watch Arjen Robben in his Broadway winning. What do they have? They have a Broadway in the UK?
They should do for that.
Broadway award winning fall on the floor dive. Yeah. That's a dive. Jamie Vardy, no, not at all. Jury's out. I've made the decision. Case closed.
Gavel it. There's a gavel behind you. You can't get it.
Bam. Second observation. Arsenal came out firing, and Oxlade-Chamberlain looked really good.
Oxlade-Chamberlain was great.
Ozil looked like God, it must be really frustrating being an Arsenal fan, just seeing Ozil play spectacularly and then like garbage and then spectacularly. And I know that's not the most specific analysis you could ever get, but in terms of it, Arsenal is just like the slightly more consistent Manchester City.
Yep.
Just slightly enough more that they're now 2 points back. I still think Leicester wins the Premier League, though.
You do?
They played well. That was probably one of their toughest tests. It was in Arsenal.
Yep.
Although Leicester's one of the best teams away from home this season. It was a bad tackle, obviously, by Simpson. It was also a rough ending in the last 4 minutes of play. If there's only 2 minutes of play awarded, it doesn't happen.
Yeah, it's heartbreak for Leicester. Ranieri answered the press conference in the exact same way.
It's how do you bounce back? If you win your next game, it's not heartbreak. You don't have to worry about it. You're still 2 points clear.
The thing is, though, Liverpool season, a couple of seasons back, they lost a crucial game against Chelsea, and I'd never seen them pick it back up. I'd never seen them really come back to form. And that's what I'm
Liverpool.
worried. I know. But
that's not Leicester.
But it's a team that's unfamiliar in that position.
Yeah,
Leicester are unfamiliar as well. Trust me, I hope I'm just playing devil's advocate, but I wanted to get over to the main talking point. For me, like Arsenal-Leicester captured the plaudits everywhere, but Tottenham were the only team I wanted to talk about. I've never been so impressed by a team. The depth, the character they show, the aggression, the maturity. To lose someone like Vertonghen at the back and bring in a teenager who just nullifies Sergio Aguero, like completely takes him out of the game. Sergio Aguero was poor. He was very poor. He had a clear chance where you expect Aguero to put it into the back of the net. But nonetheless, you got to look at what Pochettino could do. And I'm going to use this term, I know because it's probably going to annoy Arsenal fans, is you see the weapons that they have in their arsenal to bring off the bench. They bring on Lamela with, 10 minutes to go. And he just makes a drive and run through the middle, finds Eriksen with a beautiful pass, and that's the game-winning goal. They bring on Carroll, who makes a last-ditch tackle to turn the ball behind. They have depth in each position, so much so that I think next to, obviously, clearly in the table, I think they're a clear challenger here. And their recent run of form has been frightening. And you got to look at who Arsenal still have to play. Again, I'm not doubting Arsenal, right? But they still have to travel to Old Trafford next week. They still have to travel to Goodison Park, a tough place to play. Still have to travel to White Hart Lane.
How terrifying is Old Trafford nowadays?
But this is the typical game that Manchester United will be even more up for.
I know how unpredictable the Premier League is. I get that, but I mean, I don't think anybody's terrified of Old Trafford.
They're not terrified to go on that, but I'm saying so they still have I would be more scared of Goodison Park back to back with White Hart Lane.
Yeah,
that's two tough games.
I would too.
Leicester have got the next couple of games to steady themselves.
King Power Stadium.
Yeah, the who?
King Power Stadium.
The King Power Stadium is what? The Leicester
Leicester Stadium.
Yeah, it's the great name.
Great name.
It used to be called Walker Stadium, I believe. Or they were sponsored by Walkers, whatever. They have Norwich, and then they have West Brom. Should be 2 Ws to steady the ship, get them back on form. Manchester City, however, I think, are out in the rain, counting the days until Pep Guardiola can come back. Because again, they show the lack in squad depth, which Tottenham have. Yes, they bring on a last-minute substitution or in the last quarter of the game or whatever, and he scores. Great finish. But then again, when they lose Vincent Kompany, Otamendi is guff balls.
Did you say quarter?
They're just the last quarter of the game.
Last quarter of the game?
Yeah, not actual. They don't have quarters.
I know.
But they have a last. It's my Americanism.
It's Monday. Wake up.
But they don't have the ability to handle the pressure if they lose a big gun. Kompany came back and he looked a little bit more solid back there. But again, Otamendi's back. Otamendi's still in there, and he looked all over the place. He stepped out to try and make a tackle that he shouldn't have done. And in 2 last-minute chances,
I've actually realized that you can put a sloth in place of Otamendi, and it would be twice as effective. Just give it a nice sleeve tattoo, and nobody would know the difference.
Sleeve tattoo and a dodgy haircut.
No one would know.
The money spent on him doesn't help him. The same with Mangala last year. They spend a lot on defenders where really they need to try and strengthen that position, not just in who's going to be playing next to Kompany, but who's going to be able to come in and be versatile the way Tottenham are able to do so. And that just signifies the fact that this Premier League is so competitive. People are often going to the assumption, many of which I will see mainstream will say, it exemplifies how poor the quality is this season. No, it exemplifies the competition and how other teams who are smaller are getting better. I would love nothing more than Tottenham or Leicester to win this Premier League. Again, playing into my stereotype that I'm an Arsenal hater. I'm not. I just like to see an underdog. Arsenal winning it, either of them three winning it, still a plus for me because it's a change-up. Who do you want to win it?
Leicester. Not even close. They're the most deserving this season.
All right, well, we want to know what you guys think. Who deserves to win the English Premier League this season? Are Tottenham front runners for you? Because I think they might be for me. I don't know.
They got some points to
I'm looking forward to it. The run-in for the Premier League is going to be historic, and we'll be following it every step of the way. On TYT Sports at Twitter and at Francis_Maxwell and Jason Rubin 91.